junior who does just about everything. If you take a look at the stats, the online stats, I mean, he's in the top of just about everything.
Yeah, it's amazing. There aren't many guys who are your leading rebounder, leading scorer, and your leading assist maker, but he is indeed all that. He's a very, very good outside shot, so if Mainland matches up and tries to play man-to-man, he'll be taking a big man away from the basket, and you have to guard him because he's very adept at shooting the three.
And of course, he's only a junior, so it's nice to have a player of his ability that you know you're going to be having come back next year. Right now, we're going to take a short pause for the national anthem, and then we'll be back with Mainland at Ocean City.
The 2015-97 ESPN World Basketball Shootout.
Okay, it's over, so whenever you want, you can set us back. They're going to introduce the starters right now. All right, welcome back. They just introduced the Mainland starters, which will be Matt McLaughlin, a 5'9 senior, Sam Jackson, a 5'10 junior, Drew Dalzell, a 5'8 senior, Dean DeVenti, 6'3 junior, and Jake O'Neal, the 6'9 junior. For Ocean City, they'll start Sean Jamison, 5'9 junior, Luciano Lebrano, 6' sophomore, Connor Lafferty, 6'4 junior, their leading scorer at 17-9. Zach Altieri, a 6'4 senior, and Garrett Jones, who is a 5'9 junior. Mainland on the court in their traveling greens.
While we were away, the singing of the national anthem was done by a cheerleader for Ocean City she had a microphone, but she didn't need it. She really had a great rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, and we've said it a million times. I think all high schools ought to have their students singing the national anthem.
So we're just about set for the opening tip-off. It'll be O'Neal against Lafferty, and the tip is controlled by Mainland. Left side, it's Dalzell. Center court throws for Jackson. Right sideline, it goes for McLaughlin. Returns to Dalzell, head of the key. Right sideline to McLaughlin. Up top for O'Neal. Holds the ball high over his head, backing his way. Now turns and drives. It's no good as he overshoots the basket. And the rebound comes down to Lafferty. Ahead it goes for the driving Lebrano, and he hits the first two.
Nice drive by Lebrano. Normally he's a great three-point shooter, but taking it to the basket doesn't hurt.
Dalzell moves it across. He's pressured along the left sideline and steps on the sideline. So turns it over. Ocean City.
And Ocean City opening up in their matchup zone while Mainland opens up in a man-to-man.
Here's Jones. Operates right side. Has trouble with the dribble. Now recovers. Spins away. Up top it goes Lafferty for the long-range jump. It is off the back of the rim. Rebound comes out to Dalzell. Dalzell puts on the floor. Sends ahead for Jackson, right sideline. Outside Dalzell. Left side, it goes for McLaughlin. They swing it right sideline for Jackson. Outside, long-range jumper by Dalzell is in and out. And the rebound to Lafferty with position. Lafferty moves it across himself. Circling to his left. Holds up. Head of the key, it goes to Jamison. Left side for Jones, couldn't handle, loses out of bounds, and they turn it over.
And that's what John Bruno was talking about. He can't stand to have his team have unforced errors, and that's exactly what that was.
So Dalzell with the inbound pass goes to McLaughlin, and he speeds to the forecourt, and he is fouled by Lebrano.
That was a poor foul, too. They tried to extend their defense, and Jones was just beat off the dribble.
Okay, you don't like to see your defenders reaching, and that was one of those fouls as he picks up his first. Underneath, the pass from O'Neal goes to Devaney with a pump fake, and he drops it home.
A lot of patience by Devaney. He had a guy on his back. He pump faked and then laid it in off the glass.
Jamison moves it across left side. Off the pick from Jones. One hops down low to Altieri. Backing his way. Turns for the short flip. It is no good. About a whistle on the play. And he'll move to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Last time we saw Ocean City, Altieri did a nice job in the box. He's not the biggest player, but very strong inside and can handle the ball.
Personal on O'Neal. His first. Team's first. First by Altieri is off the back of the rim. No good.
Figures, I was saying how good a foul shooting team they are. They open up with their first foul shot and miss it.
But he does get another. And he misses them both.
So I did jinx him.
McLaughlin with a rebound, moves it across right side. Ahead it goes for Dalzell. He loses it on the baseline, out of bounds. So turning it over again, Mainland. Ocean City and Mainland tied at 2, 6:15 left in this first quarter of play.
And for those of you tuning in and don't hear that sweet melodious voice of Tom Williams, he's not feeling too well.
No, Tom is recovering. He's under the weather. And we wish him the best. I'm sure he will be back with you in short order.
And if there's a radio around, I'm sure he's listening.
Lafferty, right baseline for the
Nice
side
move
jump,
by
that is good. Backed his way, then turned for the short flip, and it's 4-2 Ocean City. Moving it out of the backcourt is Jackson, loses control, it's poked away as he kind of fell to his knees, but it was off Ocean City's Jamison. So Mainland retains possession. Inbound pass to O'Neal, left sideline. Up high it goes to Devaney for the jumper. Free throw line, no good. Rebound is tapped to O'Neal. Outside for Dalzell. Right side, they swing for Jackson. Down low, O'Neal. Double team. Outside Jackson. Right side, the jumper is good for 3.
Boy, it was nice ball movement. Jackson was ready and waiting for that pass and knocked it home.
5-4 Mainland takes the lead, is moving it across as Jamison. Right sideline deals for Lebrano. Lebrano puts on the floor to the head of the key. Cut off. Outside Lafferty. Down low, Altieri. Back right sideline to Lafferty. Underneath, looking for the cutting Altieri, but wasn't ready for it, and they turn it over.
Yeah, that was a bad play by Lafferty, though. There really was no room for Altieri to go anyplace on that, even if he had cut.
5:08 left in this first quarter. Mainland with a 1-point lead. 5-4 is moving it out of the backcourt is McLaughlin left sideline. One hop center court for Jackson. Returns to McLaughlin along the left sideline. Up high, it's O'Neal setting the pick. McLaughlin with a step is down the lane, but has it blocked, and it's taken off by Jones. Jones in a gallop across the timeline, right side. Jones accelerates to the center of the lane, but then has his shot nullified and rebounded by Dalzell. Held for Jackson. Right baseline, it goes to McLaughlin for the floater that is no good. Rebound loose on the floor and taken by Altieri. Ahead it goes to Lebrano. Left baseline for the scoop that is good.
Once again, a nice move to the basket by Lebrano.
6-5, Ocean City retakes the lead along the left sideline. It's McLaughlin having trouble with Jones. He's double teamed. Ahead to Jackson. He has trouble with the dribble. Underneath it goes to the cutting Dalzell, and he is rejected. But they say traveling? Did they call traveling before the block? Let's see. I believe they did. It's Ocean City basketball. Taylor Dykes checks in for Mainland. Moving it across is Jamison, and he is fouled. Head of the key. Non-shooting affair. McLaughlin picks it up. Ocean City on top, 6-5, 4:02 left. Opening quarter here from Ocean City. Jamison will toss it in from the far sideline. Looking, continues to look. It comes to Lafferty. Off the pick from Altieri to the right baseline. He's cut off. Outside sends for Lobrano. Lobrano with a step underneath to the one-hop pass for Altieri. Misses the easy one underneath. Loose on the floor, taken by Jones, who cuts in, and he is fouled on the play. So good hustle there by Jones for Ocean City.
Yeah, Ocean City being very aggressive. Both teams are concerned about their rebounding, and neither is a gigantic team, but they're being aggressive going to the ball.
So Jones will be at the free throw line. Garrett Jones is a 5'9" junior. First is good.
Jones is kind of their defensive motivator. He's very quick out front, puts a lot of pressure.
The second is short, and a whistle. A push. Looks like Altieri picked up the personal. 7-5, Ocean City on top. McLaughlin will toss it in. Check that. Jackson will toss in, pardon me. No. Yes, Jackson. To McLaughlin. Watched by Jones. Center court. It goes to DeVetti. Gives back to Jackson. Jackson sends left sideline for
Dirks.
Center court to Rowland. Underneath to DeVetti, no good. The follow by Rowland is no good, but Rowland is fouled on the play, and Rowland is a big guy as well, 6'7" junior.
Well, the game is pretty much going the way everybody expected. Of course, Mainland didn't expect it to go that way. Another missed foul shot, which is a little bit of a surprise. Like I've said before, both of these teams normally are pretty good foul shooting teams.
Budisic checks in for Ocean City. Second is no good, and the rebound is taken off by Mainland. No good, but the follow is good. I believe that was DeVetti, was it?
No, that was Rowland. Nice job coming down. He was kind of left alone. Nobody blocked him out. Took it to the basket, knocked it home.
Lobrano right side for the pull-up. No good. Rebound comes down to Rowland. He's been involved since he entered the game. Here's McLaughlin right side. Outside Jackson. Loose for the long-range jump for three that is good.
And that's a great spot for the shooter, right at the top of the key, aiming right into that basket. And that's what Jackson did.
Second three of the ball game, and now a steal by Mainland. Ahead it goes for Jackson, but taken away by Lobrano, and they call him for the personal. Has an expression on his face as if, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact there, causing him to stumble, but wasn't enough, I guess, for the official to call it.
Inbounding Jackson. Underneath his own basket. Looking in, continues to look. It comes to Dalzell, right sideline. Underneath to Rowland, but it's stolen by Lobrano. Poked away by Martin and picked up by Lobrano. Head of the key. Outside, Lafferty looking to make the move. Lobrano left side, pumps but does not shoot. Continues to hold it. Left baseline for the side jump. It is no good, in and out, but the rebound is saved by Martin. Lobrano gets another shot, overshoots everything, and the rebound comes down to Dalzell. Across the timeline to DeVetti, right baseline. Jumper, yes!
That's the kind of shots Mainland wants to get, those close-in jumpers. They're very accurate on those.
12-7 with 2 minutes left, opening quarter. Lebrano, center court. He sends for Whitisick. Up high it goes to Laverty, looking to back his way, and a whistle on the play.
I believe on Jackson, and Jackson has given up about 4 or 5 inches to Laverty, but remember, he's an ex-football player, tough kid.
O'Neal checks back in. Ocean City with the basketball, trailing 12-7. Right baseline, Lafferty, but can't get the shot away. Rebounded by O'Neal, ahead for the driving Dirks, pardon me, and the rebound comes down to Ocean City. Long-range jumper, no good. Tapped up by Lafferty, no good, and now O'Neal is fouled on the play.
Yeah, really foolish foul, kind of a slapping foul by Martin, who really had no chance at the ball, just kind of slapped the Mainland player.
12-7, 1:33 remaining opening quarter of play. Moving it out of the backcourt is Dalzell. Sends right sideline to Demosthenes. Left sideline to Dirks. Circling to his right. Right sideline to Demosthenes. Up high goes to O'Neal. Underneath looks to feed Devaney, but it's poked away and taken by Lebrano.
It's a good idea. Devaney had excellent position, but tough pass to handle.
Left baseline for the side jump by Martin. Overshoots everything, and the ball comes down to Dalzell. One hops to Dilks, left sideline. Left-hand corner for Devaney. Outside for the long-range jumper. No good by Dalzell, and a whistle on the rebound against Mainland.
Yeah, against O'Neal, and he'll be quickly taken out of the ball game. He has a tendency to kind of swing at the ball, and you get yourself in trouble with those silly kind of fouls. That's his second already.
12-7, under a minute to go. Jamison accelerates out of the backcourt, sends left side to Whitisick. To Jamison. Martin, head of the key, throws left side to Lebrano. Outside for Lafferty. Right sideline to Martin, holds it high over the head, looking for help. Center court to Lebrano. Gives off to Lafferty. Lafferty one hops to Jamison.
Ocean City look like they're playing for one.
Whitisick down low for the fadeaway by Lafferty, and he is hitting, and he was fouled on the play.
Good play by Lafferty. He kind of backed this man down, dribbled him, backed him till finally he was close enough. Laid it in, gets the foul too, and they needed that three-point opportunity.
12-9 they now trail.
17 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
Lafferty is good, but it will not count. Ocean City may have stepped in too early. So 12-9, it remains. Inbound pass to Dalzell. They'll look for the final shot, obviously. Left sideline, it's Dirks, head of the key. Swing it left sideline for Dalzell. Side jumper is no good, and the rebound comes down to Lebrano. Let's fly from three-quarter court. It is no good. So we've played one, and Mainland leads Ocean City 12-9. Tonight's game can be heard live anywhere in the world by visiting OceanCitySports.com. Tell your friends and relatives who are out of radio range they can listen to this game online. Always something special at Diorio's in Summers Point. Half-price dinners on Monday, 60-cent tenders and trivia on Tuesday, 45-cent wings on Wednesday, and 40-cent clams on Thursday. And nightly specials on the weekends. Diorio's, MacArthur Boulevard in Summers Point. The Storage Inn is a family-owned business started more than 3 decades ago, located at 9th Street and West Avenue in Ocean City. The Storage Inn has over 40 different sizes to meet all of your storage needs with 24-hour, 7-day security. Call 609-391-1416 for Storage Inn. Also located in Egg Harbor Township, or visit storagein.net. Well, Jim, we've made that. That's storagein.net, pardon me. We've played one complete. What did you see?
Well, I think Ocean City is doing a nice job in taking away the three-pointers for Mainland. They haven't really been able to stay out there and bang, and conversely, so has Mainland. So normally Ocean City does a good job with it. So they've got the defenses on both sides have done a good job with that.
Ocean City will inbound to start this second quarter. It comes to Whittisig along the right sideline. Center court for Jamison. Swings it right sideline for Whittisig. Down low it goes once again for Lafferty. Whittisig, right baseline. Jumper, yes!
That was a good inside-outside play. Lafferty is very good down there in the post. You have to defend him, and a lot of times with two, he was able to give it off and get the three.
12-11. Ocean City closes to within one. Moving it out of the backcourt is McLaughlin. Works the left side. Lobs right sideline, intended for Dalzell. Picked off by Martin. Down low to the cutting Jones, but see what the whistle is. He may have traveled. And he did. So it'll be Dalzell inbounding. Mainland 6-5. Ocean City 3 up and 6 down. The inbound pass comes to McLaughlin. Double teamed and whistle on the play. He was fouled.
That's the other thing that Ocean City has done in that first quarter. They're extending that matchup zone out, putting a lot of pressure on the guards.
It comes to McLaughlin. Double teamed in the backcourt, splits the double. East of the forecourt right side. One hops right-hand corner to Dalzell. Fires cross court to Demosthenes, drives the baseline. Now the pump fake. It's rejected. Rowland comes down with it, but his short flip is no good, and it's taken off by Jones. Jones moves it out of the backcourt against Dalzell. He's got the step, he's down the lane, and he is hit as he drove the lane, and he was determined to get to the tin on that one. You could see once he got the basketball, he was going. Yeah,
kind of a poor foul because Jones looked a little out of control.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he could even get the shot up.
Non-shooting affair. It'll be Jamison inbounding from underneath his own basket.
It is 1-1.
Okay. So Mainland is over the limit, 17 fouls, 4 on the homestanding Ocean City Raiders. Jones with the first. It is good.
Knots it up. 6:55 to play and a half.
He will get one more. And he hits them both. So Jones with 3. Ocean City takes the 1-point lead. Dalzell switching hands on the dribble against Jones. Sends to Demosthenes along the left side. He drives the lane for the scoop. It is good.
Boy, he just went past everyone. Very poor defense by Ocean City.
With the little finger roll there at the end. 14-13. Mainland retakes the lead. Jamison off the pick to the left baseline. Outside for the Martin's jumper. It's short and loose on the floor. Picked up by Demosthenes. Pestered by Jamison, looking to go cross court. It's poked away. Loose on the floor. Demosthenes recovers. Underneath finds Devaney, and he turns and he hits.
Well, I'll tell you, Demosthenes is doing a great job, adding a lot of energy and making all the right plays.
16-13, 6 minutes, 5 seconds remain in this quarter. Whittisig, right side, center court for Jones. Swings it left sideline for Jamison, down low for Lafferty, and he's fouled from behind by Demosthenes.
And that's exactly the play Ocean City needs to do. They need to post him up and get him the ball because Mainland has no choice but to double team him. That opens up those outside shots.
Altieri checks back in, replacing Martin for the Raiders, and Lafferty at the free throw line. First, good. Lafferty averages nearly 18, now has 5 in the ball game, gets another. Hits them both. So Ocean City still has 2 fouls to give in this first half of play. And they are already in the penalty. And now the blocking foul on Jamison, so there's one of them. Mainland will trigger from the near sideline. It'll be Dalzell tossing in. 16-15. Mainland continues to lead it. Dalzell to Demosthenes, returns to Dalzell. Under 5 minutes left in this first half of play. Center court pass to Roland. Demosthenes loose deep along the left sideline for a three. And Jim, as you mentioned, he has come on and really has been a spark plug, hitting the long-range jumper there.
Yeah, you wonder where has he been.
Here's Lafferty down the lane, cuts in, throws up a wild shot, but Jones there for the follow. No good. Rebound tapped up and taken by Lafferty. Now stolen away by guess who? Demosthenes. Ahead it goes to Devaney, loses control, looks to save it, does so to Dalzell, drives the lane, his shot is blocked. Devaney rebounds outside to Demosthenes. Now they'll set it up. Helter-skelter basketball, but now they're ready to set it up. Here's Devaney, right side, center court to Roland, underneath to Devaney, turns on Altieri, no good, but Altieri picks up the personal, and it'll be Devaney moving to the free throw line to shoot two.
John Bruno's upset, but he's got to admit, whenever you reach in like that underneath the basket, you're going to get called, and that's what happened.
Devaney averages 15 a game, and he will shoot a pair here. First. Good. Labrano checks back in, replacing Wittisick for Ocean City. 20-15. The Mustangs extend their lead. 4:56 remaining in this first half of play. Second is no good off the back of the rim, and on the rebound, Lafferty is fouled, and of course that's going to result in shots here.
Yeah, it's a great situation. If you're Ocean City, you're getting a chance to score points and the clock isn't moving. But by the same token, you got to be able to make them.
Riley O'Shea checks in, replacing Roland for Mainland. I don't know if that's looks a little bigger than 6'1", but at the free throw line will be Lafferty. First is no good off the back of the rim, and the rebound comes down to Devaney. Gives off to Dalzell. Dalzell moves it across. Right sideline to McLaughlin. Center court to Devaney. Underneath, looking to throw for O'Shea, but off his fingertips and out of bounds, so it'll be Ocean City basketball. 4:43 remaining in this first half of play. They're down by 5. Inbound pass to Labrano. Moves it across right side. One hops right sideline to Jamison. Center court, Jones. Looking to set it up here. Throws left side for Labrano. Outside hit of the key for Lafferty. Looks to back his way, but cut off. Left side for Labrano. Left side turns for the jumper that is no good, and Ocean City has not been that good from the outside. Rebound to Jones, to Jamison, returns to Jones, but you heard the ooh and the ah because he was rejected out of bounds.
Yeah, O'Shea did a great job of staying on his feet, and then when the opportunity came, locked it out of bounds. And I agree with you. If it lists him at 6'1", I think he's a little bigger than that.
Inbound pass to Lafferty, left side. Lafferty holds up the dribble, gives to Jones, and he is called for traveling.
Yeah, took that step before he put the ball on the floor. And this is what we were talking about. Ocean City can afford to give up opportunities to put points on the board because they have a tough enough time being able to score.
Demosthenes with the inbound pass. Approaching 4 minutes left, first half of play. 20-15, Mainland. Devaney, left-hand corner. It goes to Dalzell. Outside returns for Devaney. Swing it right side for McLaughlin. Puts on the floor. One hops right-hand corner for Demosthenes. Looks to flip underneath to O'Shea, but it's poked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Ocean City.
Yeah, blocked by Jones, who did a good job because he was behind the guy shooting the ball.
Devaney inbounds to McLaughlin, head of the key. Swings it left side, intended for Dalzell. It's poked away by Jamison, but he just couldn't catch up to it before it went out of bounds.
Great effort by Jamison. He anticipated that pass, but knocked it ahead and out of bounds. 3:40 to go here in the first half.
Dalzell moves it out of the backcourt, watched by Jones, accelerates down the lane with a step, and it's rejected and taken off by Martin. Gives off to Jamison, he moves it across court to Lafferty, left sideline. Lafferty, left baseline to Lebrano with an easy floater, but short, and our rebounding foul called against Mainland.
Lebrano's usually a pretty good shooter, but he's having a lot of trouble with his mid-range jumpers. Everything is short.
No, correction, they called it against Ocean City, pardon me.
I think it was on Jones.
So now Ocean City over the limit, and Mainland will be shooting.
That's quite a few opportunities at Ocean City, getting the ball down the court, not even getting a decent shot.
O'Shea. He'll shoot 1 and 1. First, no good off the back of the rim, and the rebound taken off by Jones. Approaching 3 minutes left, first half of play. Jones moves it across, watched by Dalzell, center court. Flips left side for Lebrano. Center court intended for Jamison, pardon me, threw it in back of him and out of bounds. And again, as you mentioned, Jim, another unforced error there.
Yeah, just a sloppy pass.
Timeout called on the court with 3:04 left, first half of play. It's Ocean City trailing Mainland 20-15. At Wiesengall's Auto Service in Ocean City, their staff will repair your vehicle and prevent potential problems. Call them 609-399-9741 to schedule an appointment. No matter where you live, it's worth a trip to Ocean City to keep your vehicle operating properly. Don, Glenn, and the legendary Alan Chris, the rock star, will handle all your repairs. Wiesengall's Auto Service, 9th and West, right at the corner, I should say right at the center of Ocean City. And Ocean City Aquatic and Fitness Center has a newly renovated saltwater pool, strength and conditioning equipment, cardio machines, and fantastic aerobic and water exercises classes. The Aquatic and Fitness Center is open weekdays, 6 a.m., 9 p.m., Saturdays 7 till 6, Sundays from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Phone them 609-398-6900 for more info, or visit ocnj.us/recreation online. So Dalzell to toss in from the far sideline. Comes to McLaughlin as he moves it across right side, watched by Jamison. Center court intending for Demosthenes, but it was tapped out of bounds. They say last touch by Ocean City.
Wow.
And John Bruno on the sideline, hands out. Cannot believe it, and you hear the fans expressing their displeasure.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. He couldn't have been even looking at the play.
Left sideline, it's McLaughlin circling to his right. Dalzell, right sideline, returns to McLaughlin, center court. They're still hooting and hollering. Up top, it goes to Devaney. He tosses it away, and it's stolen by Jamison. Down the lane for the scoop that is no good, but he was fouled on the play.
McLaughlin saying, I never touched them, but in that situation, you're going to get called, especially if there's a makeup call.
Yes.
Happening.
There's no such thing as that.
No.
So Jamison, who has not scored in this game, will shoot a pair here. 2:33 remaining in this first half of play. First is good. Wittisick in. Lebrano sits for Ocean City, and Jamison will get another. 5'9" junior. Hits them both. So key free throws there. They close to within 3 with 2:30 left in the first half of play. Dalzell moves it across. Snaps right side for Demosthenes. Center court to O'Shea. Gives off to Devaney. Center court. Leaves it for Dalzell. Right side. Outside for Demosthenes, and he is run into by Jones. No doubt about that one. You can see his body move. So Demosthenes will shoot 1 and 1. .5'11" junior.
And he has come in as a substitute and hasn't gone out. He's done a very, very good job.
5'11" junior is Demosthenes. The first is no good, and the rebound is snared by Whitisick. Gives off to Jones.
But after that free shot, I can assure you that's not his forte.
I agree. Moving it out of the backcourt, it's Jones. Sends left sideline for Jamison. Up high for Lafferty. Leaves it for Martin. Martin tosses for Jones. Up high. Swing it right side for Jamison. Outside for Whitisick. He has a step. He's down the lane, but his shot is rejected. Might have been O'Shea and taken off by Mainland. Right side, the pull up for the jump by Dirks is good.
Nice job by Dirks. Didn't try to over-penetrate, pulled up and banged it home.
Lafferty right side. One hops right sideline for Whitisick. Outside center court for Jamison. Watched by Dirks. Sends it left side for Jones. Cross court pass for Whitisick. Leaves it for Lafferty, right sideline. Returns for Whitisick as he circles to his left. Up top for Jamison. Right side, Whitisick sets, shoots. It is off the back of the rim. No good. Great position there by Dirks for the rebound. With 1:05 left in the first half, he leaves it for Demosthenes as he moves it out of the backcourt left side. Veers to his right now, back the other way. Gives off to Dirks. Snaps center court for Dalzell. Watched by Jones. Off the pick from Deventi. Outside sends for Dalzell. Circles to his left. Leaves it for Demosthenes. Head of the key. Cuts left. Outside for Dirks. Left sideline, Dalzell. Long-range jumper is short. Rebound comes down to Jones with 40 seconds left. Jones accelerates against Dalzell. Underneath. Turns for the floater that is no good, and he is fouled on the play. Again, aggressive move to the bucket, and Mainland bails him out because he was fouled. Shoots two.
Looked like O'Shea on that. So the big men for Mainland are getting a little bit of foul trouble here. Ocean City keeps penetrating, but they have to make these foul shots.
Jones has been good at the free throw line and misses the first short.
So now it's your fault.
It is. So he'll get another. 33.6 seconds remain first half of play. Jones. Second is good, but it will not count. That's the second time tonight, Jim, we've seen that. Ocean City has hit a free throw, and they disallowed it.
Made both of them. In a tight game like this, that can make a lot of difference.
So here's Dalzell, played by Jamison as he moves it across, switching hands on the dribble. Up top, double team, fires underneath to the cutting Deventi, cuts in, no good, short. Rebound is taken off by Lafferty. Breaks 2-on-2. Lafferty is down the lane. Lafferty is fouled, and he'll shoot two.
That's the aggressive play that you need. Lafferty is a good foul shooter, although all of Ocean City is having a little trouble on that foul line. But I think if they make these foul shots, they got to be pleased that they're only down by 3 at the half.
Coach Mainland will no good on the first as he rims out. So they have struggled at the free throw line so far this evening in the first half. Mainland will have 15.6 seconds remaining to do something with it. Second, no good, short. Rebound to Dalzell. Dalzell, pressure to the backcourt and a whistle on the play. Jones picks it up.
That's at least 3 fouls on Jones.
So 11.9 seconds now remaining, and at the free throw line will be Dalzell.
A little surprised they're not taking Jones out of the game.
Dalzell has not scored, and he misses the first. Rebound is taken off by Martin. So Ocean City will hold for the last shot. And it is good. On the drive. So at the end of the first half of play, 22-19. 22-19, Mainland on top of Ocean City. They led at the end of the first quarter by the score of 12-9. So Ocean City closes to within 3 points. Mainland enjoys the 3-point lead. Shoppy's is even better online. You've probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road at Linwood, but at Shoppy.com you can select and design your own trophy award and order it right there. Shoppy's has a complete line of gifts. Remember, you are not presenting the finest trophy unless you're presenting a Shoppy trophy. Phone 609-653-1684 for Shoppy's since 1921. And it's known. Jim Schaefer is now talking to the coach of Mainland, Dan Williams.
In baskets for them. So that could be, 6-8 point difference, and then it's a whole different ball game. We forced them to do some different things in the second half. So, the fouls are what they are. We can't control that, but we did have our point guard and our center out for a good chunk of the first half. When you couple that with not taking advantage of the free ones, then you're fighting an uphill battle the entire game. So
your bench has done a pretty good job for you.
Yeah, that's the best lift we've gotten from our bench all year, especially the big kid. Those were literally his first minutes of the season, and he had a couple good blocks. Now he's just got to go secure the ball and toughen up. But, if we don't hit free throws down the stretch, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You just are hard-pressed to win a game.
What do you think you have to do differently in the second half?
They're going to continue to press, so we're going to need to handle that a little bit better. We weren't too bad, but we did probably turn it over 3 or 4 more times than we should have. And not only just not turn it over, but we actually got to convert those into layups. So if we do a little better job of that and knock down our free throws, hopefully we'll have a good shot.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you. Thanks.
Jim Schaefer talking with Dan Williams, coach of Mainland, on his way to the locker room. And it's known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn since 1940. Well, we are at halftime. Mainland on top, 22-19. We're going to take a brief pause, and then we'll be back with the second half tip-off here from Ocean City on 97.3 ESPN FM. City. Be smart. Rent at just 4 wheels. So both coaches giving their opinions of the first half. Good to hear from them and see if what they talked to their team about at halftime and what they said comes true here in the second half.
Yeah, and I think they kind of hit things on the head. I think that, you know, both teams were expecting to be better on the foul line, and we called that. And John was pleased with the extending of his defense, and Danny just thinks that they're right there where they ought to be.
Dalzell looking to fire it down low. The ball is kicked. And it'll be Mainland basketball from the far sideline. Tossing in will be Jackson. Jackson, Dalzell, McLaughlin, DeVenti, and O'Neal, the original starters for Mainland. Center court, it's McLaughlin with a step down the lane. Scoops no good. Rebound taken by O'Neal, and he hits it as he floats it up there. It bounced off the rim a couple of times and then fell through. His first points of the ball game. Actually out of the hands of Laverty. He should have had that rebound. Left baseline, Lebrano. Again, the floater is no good. It's taken, though, by Jones, looking for the reverse, and he is fouled on the play. And I tell you, he's had a number of those plays, Jim, where he is, you know, not even 6 feet, battling in there with the big guys and able to come down with the rebound and draw the personal. A very aggressive player. Sometimes it gets him into a little foul trouble and a little problem, but he does a terrific job. So Jones with the first is good. And that's an area they have to improve on in the second half. Has 6 points. Hit that shot right at the end of the first half that drew them to within 3. It's 24-20 now. Ocean City trailing, and he hits them both. Good touch, got all the rim, fell through. McLaughlin with the inbound pass, accelerates past Lebrano. Down the lane for the scoop, it is no good. The follow is good by DeVenti. Well, I don't know who was playing DeVenti, but he was sitting under the basket all by himself. 26-21. Approaching 7 minutes left, third quarter of play. Lebrano, watched by DeVenti. Circles to his right, off the pick from Altieri. Sends left side to Jamison. Accelerates, outside sends for Lebrano, and as he drove to the bucket, Jamison was fouled by McLaughlin. Yeah, and you hear the Ocean City kids moan a little bit with McLaughlin. Well, his dad has taught at Ocean City for quite a few years. I won't say how many. And the entire McLaughlin family, all great athletes, have gone to Mainland. Inbound pass underneath to Jones, and snapping on the defense was Mainland, and Jones able to drop it home. Good out-of-bounds play by Ocean City. 26-23, Mainland continues to lead it. Left side, it's Jackson. Jackson puts on the floor, veers to his right, sends right sideline to Dalzell. Right baseline to DeVenti outside toward Dalzell. Whips the left baseline to McLaughlin, cuts in, drives, and he drops it home. Boy, great pass from Dalzell underneath that basket. I mean, he threaded the needle. 28-23, first two for McLaughlin. Here's Lebrano, left side. Lebrano, center court for Altieri. Sends right side for Jamison, circling to his left. Free throw line, outside Altieri for the jumper. That is no good. He is checked at. It is good. No, it did hit the wire. Oh, it hit the wire. Pardon me. They have not shot well from the outside tonight, Jim. Ocean City. So it's a 28-23 Mainland. Here's Jackson, sends right side for DeVenti. Holds the ball, given room by Jones. Center court for McLaughlin, this time forcing the issue, and it's knocked away, taken by Altieri. Jamison, though, continues to be aggressive, going to the basket. Jamison accelerates, and he's fouled from behind. McLaughlin, again, upset with himself. Picks up the personal. A non-shooting affair. Checking in is Demosthenes. And that was the other thing Danny said. This is the best game he's had from his bench. And indeed, they kind of turned it around when they came in the first half. So inbounding under this own basket is Jamison outside for Jones, left side of the circle. Jones puts on the floor, left baseline with a pump fake. Flips outside for Altieri. Center court, Lebrano. Leaves it for Jones, left side. Watched by Dalzell. Puts on the floor between the legs. Now holds up high it goes for Lafferty. He's been quiet of late. Backing his way to the baseline for the fadeaway that is no good. Rebound taken by O'Neal. Gives off to Dalzell. Ahead for Devaney. Cross court to Demosthenes. Had a good idea, but just a little too high.
Yeah, a little touch pass. He was trying to get to him, but was a little tough to handle.
They had the 2-on-1 and just could not cash in. 28-23, approaching 5 minutes left in the third. Jamison, watched by Demosthenes, sends left sideline to Lebrano. Center court snaps for Jones, watched by Dalzell. Puts on the floor, flips down low to Lafferty, backing his way. He's got the height advantage on Jackson. Now double team. Jackson steals it, calling it a jump ball.
What's happening is, as soon as Lafferty's getting the ball, O'Neal's coming over and double teaming him, coming off his man, who is Altieri. So Altieri's got to get himself out to the foul line to create a little bit of distance.
Possession arrow favoring Ocean City. They can keep possession. Inbound pass to Lebrano. Lebrano, right baseline, has it blocked by Devaney on the pass, but recovers, does Lebrano. Center court snaps for Jamison. Off the pick from Altieri. Sends right sideline to Lebrano. Right side of the circle to Jamison. Brings it outside against Demosthenes. Sends right side to Lebrano. Center court Jones. Swing it left side for Jamison. Up high for Lafferty. Right side Jones. Watched by Dalzell. Center court Altieri. Altieri looking, holds the basketball to Lebrano. Right side off the back of the rim, and the long range jump rebounded by Dalzell. Again, they have been off from distance, have Ocean City. Right side Jackson for the set, the shoot no good. Rebound is taken off by Jamison as he cuts in front of Jackson, sends ahead for Lafferty. Lafferty backs his way, but then loses control, taken off by Demosthenes to Jackson. Left side, Dalzell. Loose for the jump. That is no good. Short. Rebound, Jamison. He breaks, but 1-on-2, so he's going to slow it up left sideline. Center court, Lafferty. Lafferty puts on the floor. Outside to Altieri. The jump is short. Again, Ocean City struggling from distance. Right side on the pass, Demosthenes. Pump fake, cuts in, no good. The rebound to Lebrano. Lebrano accelerates against Jackson. Lebrano with a step down the lane, has it knocked away and out of bounds, but let's see, they're going to call a personal. I believe it's on Jackson.
No, I think it's out of bounds.
Okay, out of bounds, pardon me.
You know, that last time Altieri did go to the foul line, didn't make the shot, but that's the position he's got to be in to take O'Neal a little bit away from that basket.
Center court, Jamison. Right baseline for the side jumper, no good by Lafferty. Rebounded though by Altieri, cuts in, it's deflected and knocked away by O'Neal and taken off by Jackson. They break 3-on-1 underneath of the cutting to Devaney, and he drives and he lays it in.
Good pass by Jackson.
So they extend to a 7-point lead, does Mainland. Lebrano left side, center court sends for Lafferty. Watched by Jackson off the pick from Altieri, but in traffic, sends left sideline for Lebrano. Outside for Jones. Jones puts on the floor, looking. Played by Devaney. Down low for Lafferty. Turns for the jumper. That is good. Over Jackson, had the big height advantage there. And took advantage.
Absolutely, that's what they got to do. Maybe a little pick and roll there where force somebody, the big man, to play somebody and drop them out for the three-point shot.
30-25 Mainland on top, 2:43 remaining in this third quarter of play. Well, for over 60 years, Diorio's Circle Cafe has been a gathering spot for local sports fans. It's not fine dining at Diorio's, just good food. In fact, the wings and tenders were voted best at the Shore. Kitchen open daily, 11 a.m., and you can phone them at 609-927-6111 for takeout. Circle is gone, but Diorio's Circle Cafe still there, MacArthur Boulevard in Summers Point. And if you need a sign, you need Captain Charlie at Blue Water Graphics. He creates signs for real estate and other businesses. You can reach Blue Water Graphics, 609-823-8891. Signs, banners, vehicles, windows, whatever lettering you need. Phone Captain Charlie, 823-8891 for Blue Water Graphics. So inbounding is Jackson to Dalzell. Returns to Jackson. Watched by Jamison. Now the double team ahead for Demosthenes. Right sideline, outside Dalzell. Cross court for Jackson to the baseline. Cuts in, scoops, no good, but he was fouled on the play. Similar play they ran from McLaughlin.
Yeah, and as I said before, they're Generally, they're 3 out when you have McLaughlin and Jackson and Dalzell as your backcourt. That's a very small backcourt, but they're not afraid to take it to the hole.
Jackson, the first is good. Seven for Jackson. 5'10" junior, of course, also the quarterback on the football team. Second is also good.
And that is the biggest lead of the ball game, 7 points here, 2:26 to play in the third quarter.
Lebrano walks it across, met by Devaney, right side. Veers to his right. Now back the other way against Demosthenes to the baseline. Cut off. Right side it goes to Lafferty. Cuts in for the jumper that is no good, but a whistle. See if they called it outside or on the shot there for Lafferty. Must have been outside because, I should say on the shot, because he's at the free throw line and both teams are not in the penalty as of yet. Mainland with 4 team fouls, Ocean City with just 1, and again that could prove to be a factor down the stretch. Lafferty hits, 9 points for the 6'4" junior. 2:08 remaining in this third quarter. 32-26. The second by Lafferty is also good. So double figures for Lafferty at 10. Left side, Demosthenes left baseline drives for the scoop. It is no good, and the rebound is taken off by Lebrano. Lebrano starts off left sideline. Lebrano whips up high for Lafferty. Pull up, no good. A little too strong, and it's tapped out of bounds. Last touched by Ocean City.
That's a good shot for Lafferty to take, though. Inside of the foul line, little jumper there. He's just got to put those home.
Rowland is checked in for Mainland. And Luciano Keys will replace Lafferty for Ocean City. Inbound pass to Jackson, 32-27. Center court throws for Dalzell with a pump fake. Now here's the short jumper, no good. Rebound is tapped out of bounds. Last touched by Ocean City. Altieri just couldn't haul it in, and he touched it last. Devaney inbounds to Demosthenes. Down low to Devaney, turns, and he is hacked.
And you could hear the smack up here, so there was no getting away with that foul.
Second team foul on Ocean City. Devaney leads all scorers unofficially with 11. And he will shoot 2. 6'3" junior for the Mustangs. First is short. Something, of course, pointed out by Coach Williams. Got to do better at the free throw line. Rowland sits down, O'Neal checks back in. Demosthenes will have a seat, and Dirks comes on for the Mustangs. 1:37 remaining in this third quarter. 32-27. Mainland. Second is also no good by Devaney, and rebound comes to Jones. For a chance to close here at the end of this third quarter of play. Lebrano left baseline for the floater, way off. Rebound to Altieri for the follow that is good. Big bucket there by Altieri, his first points of the game.
And that's what he has to do. He's got to hang around underneath there and get those shots.
Cross-court pass intended for Devaney is intercepted by Jones.
Jones once again right on that spot.
Yeah, Jones playing very well. Now he's fouled as he drives down the lane, so Ocean City with an opportunity here to close to within 1 or tie the game with a 3. Inbounding will be Sean Jamison. 1:04 remaining in this third quarter of play. Looking in, comes to Lebrano, right sideline. He's had a tough evening offensively. Keys sends cross court to Jamison. Along the left sideline, they toss it to Jones. Watched by Dalzell. Jones circling to his right, leaves it for Jamison. Jamison accelerates, now loses control. Stolen by Dalzell, ahead of everyone, down the lane, no good. On the scoop, rebounded by Luke Brano. 2-on-1, cross court to Altieri cuts in, no good. Rebound tipped up, no good. Rebound O'Neal. Ahead for Devaney, 31 seconds left. Outside for Dalzell to the baseline. And he drives and he is fouled on the play. So missed opportunity there by Ocean City, Jim. They had a 2-on-1 and just could not cash in.
Yeah, they had it going for them offensively, then defensively. Ocean City on a couple of occasions seems to be a little slow getting back on defense.
So at the free throw line will be Drew Dalzell, a 5'8" senior. He'll shoot 2. First is good. Whitisick checks in as Jones will take a seat. Want to protect him for the fourth quarter, foul-wise. Dalzell will shoot another, and he hits them both. First points for Dalzell of this ball game as Lafferty checks back in, replacing Keys for Ocean City.
Obviously for a little offensive firepower.
26 seconds remain in this third quarter of play. Now 34-29. Ocean City most likely will play for the final shot. Right side, Whitisick gives off to Lafferty. Lafferty circling to his left. Played by Dirks. Lafferty looking to penetrate right side, leaves it off for Whitisick. Outside Lafferty for the jumper that is short with 1.2 seconds left, and the heave no good by Mainland. And that's it. That's the end of the third quarter of play. Mainland continues to lead it 34-29. Signal Graphics on Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township is your local commercial printer with personal service you expect. Signal's state-of-the-art equipment and expert printing staff allows them to produce an excellent product for a very low cost. For fast turnaround and great prices, call the Gunnels, Riley K. or Chris at 609-569-9990. And for special service, ask for Chugger. Signal Graphics. Vic Sub Shop, 742 Ohio Avenue in Upseekin offers great quality and friendly service with all sandwiches available for pickup or delivery. Phone 645-0500. Vic's is open 7 days a week until 8 p.m. on weeknights, 9:30 on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Vic Sub Shop, Ohio Avenue in Upseekin. And Car Caress, 1635 Haven Avenue in Ocean City next to CVS Pharmacy, and Car Caress 2 at 100 Stagecoach Road in Marmora behind the ShopRite. Phone them for an appointment, 609-398-8482. So Ocean City continues to trail it. They've trailed it throughout by 5, trailed it by 3 at halftime.
And 7 was the largest lead of the game by Mainland, so it's been a pretty tight game all the way. If anybody gets hot on the foul line, who knows?
Ocean City with 3 team fouls, Mainland with 5, and they will have the basketball to start this fourth and final quarter. Inbound pass to McLaughlin. McLaughlin moves it across. Up high it goes for O'Neal, the 6'9" junior. Outside returns to McLaughlin. They swing it right sideline to Jackson. Down low to O'Neal. Outside to Dalzell. Loops for the jumper. It's off. Rebound saved by Mainland, but then stole it away by Martin. But he loses out of bounds. It'll be Mainland basketball.
Yeah, good effort by Martin. He just happened to slide along the floor and go out of bounds really on his rear end.
So it'll be Mainland basketball. I think they're looking to get some of sweat swept up on the floor before they resume play here from Ocean City.
I guess nobody has a towel anymore. The referee are looking all over. He sees a dryer, so he's going in there to see if there's a towel around someplace.
They do it all, don't they?
Yes, they do. Oops, somebody found a towel. There's another one. So we went from
Jackson will do it himself. 34-29, 7:38 left in the fourth quarter in this ball game. In regulation, of course. So Jackson will be set to toss it in. The official getting a Raz cheer. And now we are ready. Inbound pass to O'Neal. Free throw line jumper is off the back of the rim. Rebound by Lebrano. Ahead it goes to Lafferty, left baseline. Cuts in, drives, hits, but it will not count. He's called for the offensive foul as he charged into O'Neal, who they say had position on the play.
Yeah, that's the toughest call in basketball, the block charge.
John Bruno is not at all happy about that play. Pleading his case. Ahead left baseline, it goes to Deveni. The side jumper that is in and out. Rebound to Lebrano, who's been doing great work on the boards of late. Cross court to Lafferty. Lafferty this time drives in. He hits, it will not count. As Mainland committed the blocking foul on his trip down the lane. Now, if this was the NBA, different story.
Well, I'll tell you, that was still a very close. It was all one motion.
So John Bruno has been pleading his case on, I guess, 3 different occasions here tonight.
All to no avail, and that's points that are Bert's not taken off the board because they never got put up.
And of course, not only would have been points, but he had an opportunity for a 3-point play. Jones pump fakes right side of the circle, sends it to Jamison, right sideline. Center court to Lafferty, watched by Deveni. Puts on the floor, off the pick by Altieri, to the right side of the circle, to the baseline for the pull-up that is no good. Rebound taken off by Deveni. Deveni leaves it for Jackson, sends ahead for McLaughlin. McLaughlin left sideline, circling to his right, throws right sideline for Dalzell, returns center court for McLaughlin. Swings it left sideline for Jackson, center court for Deveni, leaves it for O'Neal, outside right side. Underneath, he bullets for cutting McLaughlin, but it's picked up by Jamison. They break quickly. Ahead to Martin. Martin loses control and out of bounds.
Yeah, just kind of forcing it on that occasion. And last time, Mainland, I don't think they want to see their 6'9" guy out there handling the ball.
Yeah, look to force it down low, and plenty of traffic down there that was intercepted. Here's Jackson moving it across. Watched by Lebrano. Throws right sideline to McLaughlin. Up high to O'Neal underneath to the cutting Deveni. He's all alone, and he lays it home. So that time, Mainland breaks the pressure and gets an easy bucket.
Yeah, miscommunication. Remember, they're in a matchup zone, and they just left him all alone underneath.
Lebrano, left side, now 36-29. 7-point lead again. Here's Lebrano against Deveni for the floater that is good.
His first floater.
Yes. I was about to say that exact thing, Jim. He's tried that shot probably 5 times this evening, and that's the first time he's got it to go. And losing it out of bounds is McLaughlin, but they say it was last touched by Ocean City. Again, applying the pressure. Checking in again is Luciano Keys, and he replaces Jamison. Tossing in from the far sideline will be Jackson. Up high to O'Neal. O'Neal drops it off for Dalzell. Down the lane for the scoop. It is no good. Missed an easy one. And Jones with great position is fouled from behind.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that call. Deveni was right over the top on the play. Just a little too anxious. Happens sometimes when a mistake is made. But we're 1-1. And once again, this happened earlier in the first half. Ocean City got to that 1-1 quickly and just didn't take advantage of it.
5:46 left in this ball game. Ocean City already in the penalty. Mainland with, I should say Ocean City, pardon me, with 4 team fouls. So again, they've got a couple to give before they are in the penalty. Here's Jones with the first. Is good. So Jones has been solid at the free throw line this evening for the Raiders.
He's the only one. So they're pretty happy he's on the line because lately Mainland's been making those foul shots.
Jones will get another. Jones in double figures with 10. Second, bounces off the front of the rim and drops through, so Ocean City again closes to within 3, and it's been the pattern this evening. Mainland takes a 7-point lead or 5-point lead, and Ocean City closes, and here they've done it again. Left sideline, Dalzell underneath to Deveni, all alone again for the reverse, and he drops it home.
That's good ball handling by Mainland as the pressure did not.
Right baseline, Martin sets and shoots. It is no good. Rebound taken off by Jackson. Ahead it goes to McLaughlin. Fires a lead down court for Deveni. Underneath to Deveni. And Deveni drives in, and he's hacked by Jones. Didn't call it intentional there.
Yeah, they did.
I don't think they did.
I don't think it was. He did.
No.
I may have hacked him pretty hard,
yeah.
but he was right by the ball.
Yeah.
but I believe that's 4 fouls now on Jones.
And Deventi will be at the free throw line. He's had a couple of easy buckets here in this fourth quarter as Mainland has broken the pressure.
And they're just getting people underneath the basket, and people are finding them.
And Deventi's free throw is no good. Keys checks in for Jones, and that's a big, big foul that Jones just committed because he has been a spark plug for the Raiders here this evening.
Yes, defensively, rebounding, foul shooting, the whole ball game.
Jamison back in the ball game as Deventi hits and now has 16 points, leading all scores. 39-33, the 6-point advantage, 5:13 remaining in the ball game. Keys sends left sideline for Jamison, left baseline for Lebrano, pulls up, side jump, no good. Rebounded to O'Neal. Neal ahead for Dalzell. Dalzell has it poked away from behind, but able to rescue center court. Sends left sideline for Jackson. Jackson left baseline, leaves it for Dalzell. Down low to Deventi, and coming over the top from his back was Lafferty to pick up the personal.
Every time Ocean City seems to be getting something together and closing in, Mainland does whatever it has to do and starts pulling away again.
39-33, they lead it. Inbound pass to Dalzell. Left side, center court finds McLaughlin. Accelerates on Lebrano. Outside for O'Neal, loses control. It's picked up by Martin. Leaves it for Jamison down the lane. It's poked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Dalzell, but a good play there by Dalzell, preventing what could have been an easy one.
Absolutely a good play. Quick hands, knocking it away and knocking it away cleanly. But it's another opportunity for Ocean City.
They will inbound. It comes to Jamison. Right-hand corner. Finds Lafferty for the side jump. It is no good. Back tap taken by Lafferty. Lafferty cross court for Lebrano. Lebrano puts on the floor.
Hey.
Deals left-hand corner for Keys to Lebrano. Side jumper, no good. And they have really struggled from distance here this evening, have Ocean City. Here's Dalzell. Left side sends for McLaughlin. On the drive, has it knocked away and out of bounds. Last touch by Martin.
They're not falling for Ocean City, but all those shots they're getting are good shots. Yeah. You have to take them.
39-33 it remains. 4:12 left in this ball game. Mainland on top. Inbound pass to Deventi as it poked away momentarily by Lafferty. Outside sends for Dalzell, pressured by Jamison. Switching hands on the dribble. Off the pick from O'Neal. Sends right sideline for McLaughlin. Watched by Lebrano. Outside O'Neal. Whips left baseline, Dalzell. Side jump, no good, and the rebound comes off to Lafferty, and he's fouled.
Yeah, that's a frustration foul by Dalzell. He just felt he should have made that shot, and that happens.
Well, I think every time a ball leaves the hands of any player, they think he should have made it, right?
But you have to control those frustrations. Yeah. He really had no chance of getting that ball back, I should say.
Yeah. So Ocean City in the penalty. They will shoot 1-1. Lafferty first. Good. 39-34. 3:53 remains. Second by Lafferty. Also good. And timeout on the court. 3:53 remaining. 39-35. Ocean City trails it. The Lobster Loft in Sea Isle City, 2-for-1 dinners on Thursday and Friday, half-price bar appetizers too. Look for the Big Red Lobster at 42nd Street in the Bay, Sea Isle City. Cape May County's most unique 9-hole challenge offering link-style golf. That's Heritage Links Golf Course, Route 9 in Ocean View. Phone 609-390-4500. Holiday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City. Phone them at 398-5737. Holiday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality. And Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6 in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at Gillians.com and at Staten's Gallery on Asbury Avenue in downtown Gillians. 39-35, 3:53 remaining in this ball game, Jim, and Ocean City just continues to hang tough as they have all game.
Yeah, and if they make these foul shots in this 1-on-1 situation, as you pointed out, Mainland's still not in the 1-on-1.
Yeah, Ocean City, the next foul they commit, Mainland will be in the one-on-one. So inbounding, Jackson. It comes to O'Neal. Leaves it for Jackson, played by Lebrano. Jackson double teams, he moved it across, up high McLaughlin. Right side Dalzell, underneath to O'Neal. O'Neal is fouled, and that's going to do it. Looks like Martin got him. And now Mainland will shoot 1-1. And O'Neal, even though he's 6'9", I don't think he uses that 6'9" as probably as well as he could.
When he posts up, I never see his arms way up. You know, if he did that, he'd get the ball a lot more because it would illustrate how much room there is to throw the ball into him.
He does hit the first, and we'll get another.
He doesn't have a bad touch, and when he's passing, he finds the open man.
Second is also good. So a couple of key free throws there, 41-35. Mainland extends back to a 6-point advantage. Jamison moves it across on Dalzell to the right sideline. He's going to pull up for the jumper, and he hits it for three.
And it was about time, as far as the Ocean City fans were concerned, that they hit something from the outside.
Here's McLaughlin moving it across, 41-38. Underneath to Deveni for the short jump, no good. Position by
O'Neal over the back.
And he was fouled.
But once again, Ocean City a little slow getting back. They had Deveni was wide open underneath, and nobody saw him.
So Pat Martin, a 6'4" senior, has not scored in this game, but big free throws here can cut it to 1. First is good. Checking back in is Jones, replacing Keys. So Coach John Bruno feels that this is the time to put him back in the ball game with 3:19 left. And Martin will get another. Second is also good. Martin with a very high arcing free throw, but they both were clean. 41-40.
We have a 1-point game.
Left sideline. The pass for Deveni is intercepted, but could not control. Again, Martin showing aggressive play there, and he's playing well for Ocean City, as Mainland now will call a timeout to regroup with 3:13 left in this ball game. They lead it now by just 1. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is at 6064 Riga Avenue in EHT. Phone them at 609-646-5008. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries, tested and trusted. Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week is produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. The finest Italian food at Ocean City is Voltacos. Voltacos is open 7 days a week during the summer, weekends in the early fall. Their spring opening is eagerly awaited by their many customers. Voltacos, 957 West Avenue in Ocean City. Phone them 609-399-0753. So Mainland with the basketball, leading it by just 1, and I don't think it's been this close in quite a while. Down low, Deveni turns for the short flip. That is good. Had great position there, and the easy bucket. He has 18 points now, does Deveni.
And he did a great job of holding Martin on his back.
Keys left side, cross-court pass for Jamison, 43-40. Jamison, watched by Dalzell. Left-hand corner, finds Lebrano. Underneath to Martin, all alone, drops it home. A great look by Lebrano there. And Martin comes through.
But Martin doing a good job of making himself big inside.
Right sideline, McLaughlin. Cross-court pass for Dalzell. Saves it to Jackson, to Deveni underneath. Cuts in and drops it home.
Deveni just seems to get open. That time, once again, he was down there by himself.
A great save by Dalzell along the sideline. Here's Lebrano. Underneath to Martin, side jump is good. Bank home.
He banked it, and I think he called that too. We have an exciting game here. 2 minutes to play.
45-44 Mainland. Deveni left baseline. Cut off. Now flips outside. It's picked off by Ocean City's Keys, then stolen by Jackson right out of his hands. Left side, Deveni. 1:54 left. Cross-court pass for McLaughlin, deep in the right-hand corner for Dalzell. Dalzell brings it outside as he circles to his left. Leaves it for Jackson, center court, watched by Keys. Sends right sideline for McLaughlin as Mainland here being very deliberate in spreading the floor. And the foul is on Jameson. So Dalzell now will shoot 1-and-1 as Ocean City is over the limit. Jones will check back in, replacing Keys. John Bruno inserting him strategically to preserve him with 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, no doubt about that. They need his quickness on offense to try and penetrate to the basket. But when you do that, you have to be careful of the charge.
Here's the first. It is good.
Every shot's a big one.
Yeah, Dalzell with 3. 46-44. Second is also good. The Ocean City contingent directly to our right, so you can hear the razzing they're giving the free throw shooter. He hits them both, 47-44. 1:28 remaining. Lebrano moves it across. Leaves it for Lafferty, head of the key. Underneath, looking to hit the cutting Martin, but he's fouled on the play, and he'll be shooting 1-and-1.
Well, I think he's shooting 2 now. We're in the double foul or double shot situation.
You're right, Jim. They are now 10 team fouls. So Lafferty, who has scored 12, first is short.
I was about to make that point, that you may have 2 of them, but you still have to make them.
Yeah, that's right. He will get another. Second bounces off the front and drops through. 47-45. Let's see how Mainland's going to play it here. Dalzell accelerates against Lebrano. Lebrano reaches in, and now Dalzell with a quick timeout. 1:10 left. They lead it to Mainland. 47-45. 1:10 left in the ball game. The McMahon Insurance Agency of Ocean City, Mora Mays Landing. You can call them at 399-0060 or online at McMahonAgency.com. The coverage you need, the service you deserve. And Shriver Saltwater Taffy and Fudge in the center of Ocean City Boardwalk for more than 115 years. Offers selection of saltwater taffy, fudge, macaroons, mint rolls, nuts, and chocolate online. Can't believe I have to read this stuff. Visit Shrivers.com, where you can place an order and receive your delicious treats within days. Shrivers on the Boardwalk, 9th Street. Oh, I tell you, that made me hungry.
I imagine so.
At Local Gym and Fitness, their staff brings more than 30 years of training experience to the job. Local Gym and Fitness at 908 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. You can call them at 609-545-8732 or visit them online at localgymandfitness.com. 47-45 Mainland. A 2-point lead with 1:10 remaining in this ball game. And they have the basketball. Ocean City in the double bonus, and Mainland, of course, will shoot 1-and-1. As Ocean City has committed 8 team fouls. The inbound pass to McLaughlin. Accelerating against Jamison. Center court to Dalzell. To the free throw line. Underneath to O'Neal, and he stops.
Well, he showed he can put it home. And that was a big bucket.
Great pass there, and O'Neal left no doubt. The side jumper right side by Lebrano is no good as it was knocked away, blocked. See who touched it last. It was hit out of bounds. Ocean City will retain possession as they trail it now 49-45. Just over 47 seconds remaining.
Got to take it to the hole and hope you get fouled so it stops the clock.
Inbound pass to Lafferty, played by Jackson. Works off the pick from Martin, now picked up by O'Neal. Outside jumper, yes, the 3!
Well, either that or make a 3-pointer to put your team down by 1.
Ocean City calls timeout. 49-48. Just over 37 seconds remaining in this ball game. It has been a good one. Jersey Mike's has a great menu of hot and cold sandwiches, wraps, salads, and a kids menu. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. Visit Jersey Mike's in the ShopRite Center on New Road in Summers Point. Phone 609-653-3000 for Jersey Mike's. And if you live in Cape May County and you're having problems with an appliance, your next call should be Ulmer's Appliance Service. Dryers, refrigerators, ranges, washers, dishwashers, disposals, you name it, Ulmer's can repair it. And they service most brands. Ulmer's Appliance Service has offices in Ocean City, Wildwood, Seaville, and Sea Isle City. There's one close to you. Phone 609-399-4398 for more information. Ulmer's Appliance Service.
Now, of course, Mainland doesn't have to score. They're leading by a point, but Ocean City has to have some strategy that if they get the ball too deep in this count, then they have to be able to put them on the line. You have to know which one you want on that line.
Jackson to toss in. It comes to Dalzell. Leaves it for O'Neal, returns to Jackson. One hops left side, intended for McLaughlin, who was not looking. He was going toward the bucket, and the ball thrown in back of him. So the turnover gives Ocean City a great opportunity. So, Jim, do you think they'll hold it for the last shot with 31.9, trailing by 1?
I don't think so. But that's who's going to handle the ball a lot, is Lafferty.
Lafferty with the inbound pass, watched by Jackson. Has it tapped away now, foul by Jackson as he hits the deck, and he'll shoot 2.
But remember,
yeah,
they trailed by 1, so even if he makes both of them, it's only a 1-point ball game, and you'll see Mainland rush that ball up once again.
Now the question is, okay, let's say he does make them both, Jim, and Ocean City goes up by 1. Do you foul?
If you're Ocean City,
yeah,
absolutely not. Unless it depends on who they put in. If they put in, I would put him on the line in a minute.
Demosthenes.
That's who I was talking about. I mean, he looked terrible on that foul line. So if I'm John Bruno, I'm saying if he touches the ball, put him on the line.
Because if you do foul him and he makes, if he doesn't, well, it's still 1-on-1 for Mainland, and Ocean City still would have time to get the ball back again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't think Ocean City's going to do that.
So Lafferty with the first. Good. We are tied at 49. Lafferty with 17. The average is 17.9, so if he makes this one, right at his average. But he's not really concerned about that right now. He just wants to make the shot, and he does not. McLaughlin with the rebound. Why
isn't Mainland calling timeout?
16 seconds left, and now once they move it across, they do call timeout with 15.8 seconds remaining, and we're all tied at 49. Well, do you ever dream about mountains of pot roast or meatloaf just like Mom used to make? Then take a bite out of Golden Corral's daily lunch and or dinner buffet and turn your dreams into reality. Golden Corral has all of your home-style favorites, from fried chicken and mashed potatoes to fresh baked rolls and a chocolate fountain that flows all day. Make your food dreams come true at Golden Corral. Black Horse Pike right in front of Boscov. Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week is produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Brian Vermel and his professional staff are waiting to serve you at Boardwalk Honda, Tilton Road in Egg Harbor Township. All right, Coach.
Now, if I'm Mainland, I'm saying to the players to hold the ball, and then with maybe 9 seconds left, take it to the hole, so Ocean City has no chance of getting the ball back, and the very least that can happen is you're going into overtime.
So both teams getting final instructions from their respective coaches. Dan Williams for Mainland and John Bruno for the Ocean City Red Raiders.
But I'll tell you the truth, I'm still, maybe not with 15 seconds to play, but I would still be tempted if 23 gets the ball that I'd put him on the line. Maybe I'd double team everybody else and make them throw it to him.
From the far sideline, it will be Dalzell tossing in. Looking, continues to look. It comes to McLaughlin, played by Jones. And he's called for traveling. Jones put the pressure on, and McLaughlin was called for traveling. I mean, it looked like it might have been a personal as he came over his back, but not so.
No, and I tell you the truth, I think it was a good call. I think he did stumble. He was trying to reverse and go the other way.
So I would say that we pretty much all know who's going to get the basketball here, or we think so, and that will be Connor Lafferty. It comes to Lafferty. Backcourt, 8 seconds left. Lafferty spinning to his right. Lafferty, free throw line, underneath to Jones, cuts in, and he's blocked by O'Neal, but let's see if they call no. A no personal. 3 seconds left as O'Neal with the block on Jones as he was cutting.
No, actually it was Dalzell coming from behind. The little guy makes the block.
Okay.
Great play.
So Dalzell making a great play, as you said. I mean, Dalzell is 5'8". Jones 5'9", not much to choose, but a great play there. Now 3 seconds remaining in this basketball game. And the game is brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team each and every week. And do not forget the Philadelphia's Monet Davis, who caught the imagination of the country at the Little League World Series and was named Female Athlete of the Year by the Associated Press, will be playing in the 97.3 ESPN Girls Shootout at Holy Spirit on Sunday. Monet is the starting point guard for Springdale Chestnut Hill Academy, which will play Timber Creek Sunday afternoon. Other games on Sunday include Holy Spirit Wildwood Catholic and 2 of the top 10 teams in the state, Gloucester Catholic and Middletown South, facing off in another game. Among the games on Saturday, Ocean City plays Shabazz, Atlantic City versus St. Joe's, Middle Township against Trenton, and Mainland facing Atlantic Christian. The complete schedule online at primeevents.net. So come out and see Monet Davis as part of 2 days of great girls basketball. The 97.3 ESPN Girls Shootout at Holy Spirit Saturday and Sunday.
If you ever had an in-bounds play, you need it now.
So Jamison tosses in from underneath his own basket. Looking, still looking. It comes to Martin, left baseline. The jumper is too far. Tossed up and no good. So we have played regulation, and we're all knotted at 49 as we'll be going to overtime. And Jim, they couldn't get it to Lafferty, so Martin had to take that shot.
I'm surprised. Maybe there is no shooter on the bench, but sometimes you have a kid that can't do a lot else but shoot the ball, and that's the situation. You put him in a situation, because Martin isn't the guy you want shooting that three-pointer.
Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week is produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Connect with Brian Bamel and the sales staff at Boardwalk Honda on Facebook.
And you made a statement a little while ago. Well, there's 2 minutes and 39 seconds to play unless we go into overtime. Well, guess what?
We've got overtime, but guess it's poetic justice because it's been that kind of a game. I mean, Mainland takes the 7-point lead. Ocean City just hangs in.
Absolutely. And if you're Mainland, you're saying that's exactly the case. We just let them hang around, and here we are in a situation, anybody's ball game. 4 minutes in overtime, tie ball game, 49-49. The only guy, Jackson, fouled out, but the rest of the team, by and large, is still out there. Everyone a starter except for the one player for Mainland.
Demosthenes is in there replacing Jackson. As Jim has told you, he's not a good free throw shooter, so see how Ocean City plays it. Tap is controlled by the Red Raiders. Jamison across the timeline. Veers left and holds. One hops to Lebrano for the floater that's good.
So he's coming alive at the right time.
He's tried that shot, as we've mentioned, a number of times, and the last couple times he's been able to hit it. There's McLaughlin. Sends right sideline to Dalzell. Ocean City on top, 51-49. 4-minute overtime. The pass to O'Neal is deflected, but O'Neal able to capture. He's down the lane and drives in, and he was fouled on the play.
And that's a good foul because he was ready to throw it down.
That's the kind of thing I think Mainland needs to see a little bit more of from him, is take it, I mean, as big as he is, take it in there, strong.
Yeah, that's the part of his game that he really has to improve upon, that post play. You know, coming from the foul line, you're not going to get that wide open all the time.
First is no good by O'Neal. He doesn't take any time. They hand him the ball and he shoots it.
He's got a kind of a funny technique for shooting, almost throwing it like a shot put.
Spins the ball one time, sets, and he hits. 51-50, the Raiders on top. Dalzell plays Jones as he accelerates across the timeline. Jones falls down, but able to recover. Now it's loose, taken by Dalzell, and see how they call it, timeout on the court. Called by Mainland. I believe it was recovered by Dalzell for Mainland.
Yeah, from our vantage point, the sideline is very close here, so if anybody stands up, it's impossible to see what's going on right on that foul line or that sideline.
So recapping, 51-50, 3:17 remaining in overtime. Ocean City and Mainland. The Mustangs won their first meeting 59-49, but this one has been tight for the most part all the way. Biggest lead in the ball game was 7 by Mainland. But Ocean City has scrapped, and they now lead it by 1. Mainland with the basketball. McLaughlin will trigger from the near sideline. Looking in, continues to look in, still holding the basketball. It comes to Demosthenes as he moves it across left side. Outside McLaughlin. McLaughlin sends to Demosthenes left side. Cuts to his right. Left side of the lane. Left baseline for McLaughlin. Ocean City playing the zone here. Center court. Dalzell. Watched by Jamison. Tosses right side. Left side for McLaughlin. To the free throw line. One hops right side for Demosthenes. Up high for O'Neal. Down low looking for Devaney, but too high. Can't grab it. Off his fingertips and out of bounds. So Ocean City with the turnover will take over.
Good high-low play. It just was a bad pass. The idea was good.
Inbound pass comes to Lebrano, watched by Devaney. 2:45 left overtime. Ocean City leads it by 1. Lebrano veers right as he moves it across, sends right sideline for Jones, holds it high over the head, down low to the cutting Lafferty. His runner is rejected and knocked out of bounds, last touched by Mainland.
O'Neal makes his presence felt around that basket. Whoever goes to the basket has to be concerned about him.
Ocean City will trigger. Jamison to toss in underneath his own basket. Looking in, continues to look. It comes to Lafferty, left sideline, watched by Dalzell. A big height advantage here for Lafferty. Gets the pick for Martin. Sends right side for Lebrano. Watched by Devaney to the baseline. Leaves it for Martin. Loose on the floor, still loose. Picked up by Devaney and poked away, but last touch by Jones. And I think Lebrano hesitated there because of the presence of O'Neal. Didn't know what to do as O'Neal came out. Knew he was going to be blocked, and that caused all the fracas.
There have been a million scrums, though, in this game. The ball bouncing around, running off of one hand and another.
Here's Dalzell, down low for Devaney. Turns for the side jumper that is no good. The tip no good, and Jones with a rebound. And he's done great work on the boards, especially in the first half as Jones. 2 minutes exactly left in the game. Ocean City looking to extend, leading it by 1. Right side Lebrano. Puts on the floor off the pick. To the right baseline. Outside for Jones. Jones looking. Ocean City being very deliberate here as he's watched by Dalzell. Jones sends right side for Lebrano. Watched by Devaney. Puts on the floor. Cuts down the lane, and again, O'Neal with a rejection out of bounds, last touch by Mainland. They're challenging him, and they're saying,
and
okay.
He's responding,
he is.
Tony. I mean, we don't have the statistic, but I believe that's at least about 7 blocks.
So inbounding will be Ocean City. It comes to Martin, and...
Yeah, they called walking, but I'll tell you, it looked like O'Neal gave him a little bit of a shove on that one.
So Mainland with the basketball. Inbound pass comes to O'Neal from McLaughlin, who returns to McLaughlin. 1:30 remaining. McLaughlin accelerates. McLaughlin right sideline for Dalzell. Dribbling through traffic. Center court. Sends right side for Devaney. 1:20 left. Center court for Demosthenes. Puts on the floor. He'll take a long-range three. It is no good, and the rebound comes down to Keys. Check that. Jamison, pardon me, for Ocean City. Approaching 1 minute left in the first overtime. Right side, Lebrano. Played by DeVenti. Center court for Lafferty, watched by Demosthenes. Accelerates to the left sideline. Double team, has it knocked away, but a whistle on the play. O'Neal can't believe it. But Lafferty will move to the free throw line.
Well, the problem that you have as a coach, that official was almost on the other side of the court and behind it. The official closest to the play didn't make the call. Whether it was right or not, that was the situation.
So O'Neal will sit down, and Dirks comes in to replace him, but they lose a lot of size there.
Well, I'll say. Now let's see if Ocean City takes it to the hole. Well, we only have 53 seconds to play in the ball game.
Lafferty's with the first. Good. 18 points for Lafferty, Connor Lafferty. That's his average, so he gets another. 6'4" junior, hits the second. And timeout on the court. So Ocean City now leading at 53-50, and I'm really not sure, Jim, but that could be their biggest lead of the ball game.
It is absolutely their biggest lead.
I don't know if they've led
game.
throughout. Well, they led 51-50, but now 53-50.
They had not led in the ball game until the overtime period.
So 53.6 seconds remaining, and they lead at 53-50. Boardwalk Honda Game of the Week is produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN FM. Check out their online inventory at boardwalkhonda.com. So Demosthenes, last time down, Jim, throws up a long-range three, and not bashful. Has had some success in this game, though. I mean, let's not criticize the young man, because
I'm telling you, he added the energy and slashing to the basket. Defensively did a great job in that first half. But I still don't think that was the shot the coach wants. I happened to be watching Danny Williams at the time, and I guess if you see it, you can take the shot, because that seemed to be the impression that I got.
I would think that they'd want a type of a shot whereby, okay, if you don't make it, at least you have a chance to get fouled, and he was in a situation where he was way out. So the inbound pass to McLaughlin. 53-50 Ocean City. Veering to his right, accelerating. Floater, no good. Rebound to Martin. It's loose on the floor, still loose. Another scrum, and I believe Ocean City will have the possession arrow, but Dan Williams is clapping, so evidently not.
The possession arrow is to Mainland.
Mainland.
So they'll get another opportunity. They're taking it out underneath their own basket. Our best bet, too, is driving to the hole, stopping the clock, and getting on that foul line.
Yep. Dalzell to trigger. Inbound pass comes to DeVenti. Outside to Demosthenes. To Dalzell. Outside Demosthenes. Lobs it up high for McLaughlin. It's stolen away by Lebrano. Lebrano to the forecourt. Works the left side, and Lebrano is grabbed by DeVenti with 25 seconds remaining. So 2 shots for Lebrano. Luciano Lebrano with 8 points. Struggled early, Jim, with the offense, but has been coming on of late, and has an opportunity right here to put Ocean City in a great position to win this game.
Yeah, if not seal it with 2, sure makes it a tough ball game, because then, even though you can make it, they're forced to shoot 3s. There's one of them. So now a 3 doesn't beat Ocean City. So you pack it inside and make them shoot from the outside.
In case you couldn't get it by the reaction of the Ocean City fans, he made the first. Here's the second. Good. 10 for Lebrano. Moving it across is Dalzell. Ocean City doesn't want to foul here. Bullet pass underneath is poked away by Martin with 19.2 remaining. Checking in for Mainland is Matt Rowland.
He's about 6'7", so they're looking to get a little size in there.
Places Dirks, and Demosthenes will toss in. looking in, continues to look in, still looking in. He lobs outside for Dalzell. 17 seconds remaining. Underneath to DeVenti. Turns and banks it home. Ocean City just let him bank it home. Wasn't going to foul him. Now 22 points for DeVenti. So
good pass, too, to find him underneath the basket with pressure on you.
So now 12.2. What does Mainland do here?
Well, they have no choice now but to take the three. So they're setting up a play on the sidelines to get a good three, I'm sure.
But, I mean, Ocean City's with the basketball now, so...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the winner gets the ball.
Right.
No, you have no choice now but to go for the steal. You put all your pressure up there. Go for the steal. If you don't get it, you foul right away.
Yeah, because you have to foul right away. There's only 12.2 seconds left. If they let Ocean City run it down, they're going to shoot two. And
Ocean City doesn't want to pack all their 5 players up front either. You want to give yourself, it's a perfect opportunity for the old long ball pass where you kind of pick somebody up front and let them run down the court.
So recapping, 12.2 seconds remaining. Ocean City with a 3-point advantage over Mainland after trailing throughout. Got their first lead in overtime. They have the basketball. And it'll be Jamison to toss in. Mainland will apply pressure. So a key here is getting the ball in. Inbound pass to Lafferty's fouled immediately.
And you put your 2 best foul shooters up there so that if one of them gets fouled, you got your best shot on the foul line. All they need is one more. Remember, they're in a 2-shot situation here. They need one, and that's the ball game.
So here's Lafferty. 19 points this evening. First is good.
So Mainland would, at this point, needs just need to get the ball twice.
Second, good.
A lot of people missing that situation, Tony. That extra point doesn't mean a whole lot there. So they miss in that situation to start the clock.
57-52, the Ocean City Red Raiders. 11.3 seconds stands between them and picking up their 4th win of the year, but of course always sweet to beat your rival, Mainland, after losing the first one 59-49. And John Bruno intensely talking to his team, and Dan Williams on the other side. Of course, a lot of these kids know each other pretty well. And we'll see what happens with just 11.3, but as you said, with 5-point lead, it's going to be a difficult task for Mainland to win this game.
Ocean City just cannot put them on the foul line. And I'm sure John Bruno told them that. Yeah, they just don't want somebody shooting a 3-point shot now and getting fouled.
So here we go. Inbound pass to McLaughlin. McLaughlin to the right sideline. McLaughlin with a scoop. McLaughlin hits. 57-54. Ocean City with the inbound pass to Jamison, and that's it. That is it. Ocean City in overtime wins it 57-54. They trailed the game throughout by as many as 7 points and got their first lead in overtime against their rival Mainland, and then able to extend to a 5-point advantage in overtime. And that just proved too much for Mainland. They only had 1 possession. McLaughlin, they just let McLaughlin go and hit the scoop shot. Didn't want to foul. And Ocean City wins it by the final count of 57-54 over Mainland. Jim Schaefer is going to be talking to Coach John Bruno in just a moment. Just trying to locate Jim, see where he is. There he is. Gonna have to go after John Bruno. Want to remind you that don't forget tomorrow, a collegiate doubleheader right here at 97.3 ESPN FM is The Rowan boys and the Rowan girls take on their counterparts at Stockton. Richard Stockton from Rowan. Girls game starts at 6 p.m. with John Leon, yours truly, and then coming up at 8 o'clock it'll be the men. Yours truly and Mike Frankel